like what I would have done. Now you know what? No, I can't believe I did that. What I would have done. I hate when people say that. Why did I participate in that? No, man. That shame on me. I lose points for that one.
Okay, first up.
What? Humor. He used to tell people that he was a 200-year-old vampire. People took it literally. Come on, man. You know he's joking. Like, who? Yo, so I was watching a Sneeko stream and I ended up coming across this video. I wanted to watch this video. I quickly clicked back, which is this little button right here. I clicked back because I didn't want to spoil it. I wanted to react to it naturally, okay? So I thought that this was pretty entertaining. Watch, we're gonna take a look at it. This guy just kind of gets in his face. It's absolutely entertaining, at least for me. Every single time there is a teacher that would just kind of blow up on us, for some reason I found it amusing, and this is no exception. So let's take a look at it, and then I'll give you guys some stories of mine.
You know that I'm not.
What you mean?
You know it.
You know what I mean, Dan. You know it. I'm not that well for you. Now get out of my room.
Damn, this guy is crazy, man. I understand why he's doing this as well, because come on, man. I know that you guys have had experiences where, like, especially now, where teachers are kind of just blowing up on kids because kids cannot behave. And that goes for everybody in almost every single district. I know that I've heard plenty of stories in my school, so I'm gonna get into those, but let's take a look at a couple of these videos. So
you get it now? Yeah.
We're disgusted with the fact that you just have no respect for anybody, including yourself. And wearing this doesn't make you wonderful. Well, let's not go there, but you know what? It says be obedient, doesn't it? And you are not being obedient.
This is crazy. One thing that, like, I promise you guys, like, I think that when you come to a child, to a teenager like this, or a pre-adult, when you come to them like this, it kind of just humiliates them in front of people. So that makes them want to revolt because they don't want to be put in this corner. And I think that when they do this stuff, they get into more trouble, which makes them feel like they are not accepted into the atmosphere. And I feel like this is one of the biggest reasons as to why students, especially men, I mean not men, but boys, don't do well in school, because I feel like this is not how you're supposed to come to a child like this. But then again, we got to look at it from the perspective of the teacher, because the teacher is not completely a bad person, because when they have to deal with this kind of situation, they're not exactly trained to deal with this. Instead of just like having somebody come get them, because I know that almost every school now has security. Have security just come and tell them like, hey, come on, we gotta go. Simple as that. Just end it. You don't have to deal with it. I mean, I guess you could talk to him like that and just say to him, listen, if you don't behave, like, I'm gonna have to call security, and I don't want to have to deal with that because you're kind of interrupting class. But at the same time, they are emotional. We're emotional creatures. We can't handle this emotionally or 100% all the time.
Wait, you say trust is...
You are not being obedient. That's all I'm saying.
That's a little crossing.
You are not being obedient by not listening to the teacher. I don't care who it is up here.
Hey, ma'am, that's kind of disrespectful to touch his cross like that. No, you can't.
Yeah, tell me that I'm not being a good Christian.
I didn't say that.
What's going on here? All of these students, like, bro, where were these students when, like, the teachers I was with were being harassed? Which, by the way, when I was in school, and I'm sure that you could find this online too, like, there was a moment in school where, like, there was this moment in time where, like, I was in class with a lot of students, and a lot of these students, while the teacher would turn around to like write something on the board, one of the students would get up and would actually run, because the tables were all connected and they were like in single file lines. They weren't like consecutively rolled out like in rows of 5 or 6. It was all just one line. And so, like, it was just this lineup of tables, and then as the teacher turned around to write something on the board, one of the students thought it was a good idea to get up and run across the entire surface of the table. So it was like dun 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 dun, like super loud. And the thing is that the teacher didn't even notice. So he would always do these crazy things like behind the teacher's back. Amazing, man.
I said you are invited.
And nobody would ever say anything. Instead, would just laugh.
And that's not okay.
Which yeah, we're bored. We're students that are bored, you know, like we want some amusement. School isn't always entertaining.
Hey, it's never okay to tell someone that they're being a good Christian.
I didn't say that.
Only God can
But you
say you're not being
invited.
obedient.
disrespectful man that doesn't listen to anyone. After 5 times of asking you to listen, you don't listen. You are a phony tough guy.
I'm fucking
Phony. Damn it. You can damn all day long. Damn it all day. You don't listen to anyone. Respectfully ask.
This guy has the most coach-like voice ever. Like, that is, when you say, oh, my dad's a coach or my teacher's a coach, this is the exact voice that I imagine that he possesses. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually taking class in like some football locker room or something, because this definitely looks like it and sounds like it.
You put your phone down.
Although it is in like classroom, but I mean, sometimes they would utilize classrooms to like administer tests or whatever the case is.
You don't. They're respectfully asking you to stop talking. You don't. You just don't stop. You don't stop. I'm trying to get louder. I'm trying to get closer so you hear the instructions. Because you're not hearing the instructions.
You don't need to touch your face with my face. That's the thing. You don't have to get in my fucking bubble, nigga. You do not have to get in my fucking bubble. And you spitting on me too. Don't say shit. Don't say shit.
You are so tough. Your toughness is really intimidating. I'm intimidated right now.
I'm intimidated right now. How does he crack his voice like that? That's you can tell he has years of experience doing that.
Intimidated.
Which, by the way, I'm not trying to like say that like the teacher is stupid, wrong, or anything like that. Listen, man, emotions get hot, and whatever this happened here, we can't just like blame everything on the teacher. Okay, it's both parties, even a kid too as well. I know that there's teachers out there who abuse kids, but just understand that like sometimes it's very difficult to compose yourself, especially when there's like a heated exchange like this. Emotions are gonna fly for sure.
Intimidated by that.
I'm totally intimidated.
No, you're trying to bait me into an altercation because you want to have a lawsuit. That's your toughness.
See, he's completely aware of it. He's all like, I'm not gonna fall for the bait. I know that like if I hit you, something's gonna happen, you know. That isn't to say that he's probably not thinking of it. No, I don't think so. I mean, to a degree, I'm sure he is, but not to the degree to like what some of us might think of.
But I am not doing anything except asking you not to talk and asking you loud now.
I do not care.
Then
I
leave.
don't care.
Then leave.
You're not
Now
kissing
go.
me, nigga.
Leave. Nigger. Okay.
First
What?
That's nigger. You're calling me a nigger.
Did you hear Arnold?
You're just calling me a nigger.
I said nigga.
You're calling me a nigger.
Hey.
Get out of the class.
Hey.
Get out of the class. Leave the room. Go wherever else you
There
want.
is no need for you to put your
There
face
is
on my
no
face.
need for you.
Bro, at this point, come on, man. Like I don't know, dude. There's no way you could reason with like somebody who's like also heated. I think at this point you have to bring in a third party. You like what I would have done. Now you know what? No, fuck. I can't believe I did that. What I would have done. I hate when people say that shit. Why did I participate in that? No, man. That shame on me. I lose points for that one. I just think that I maybe like we should train our teachers to like call security immediately, like before things escalate. I can't believe I said that, man. I lost points for that for sure.
To be loud.
You had, man. Is anybody see
Listen, go outside.
No.
Go out. Leave.
No.
Leave.
Unless you drag
Leave.
me out, no.
I don't wait. Oh no, I'm not touching you.
Shit, you
I'm
already
not,
did.
but
did.
you referred to me as a nigger.
Look, I said.
And you can't use that term to any person
I don't
at any
give not
time,
one fuck.
regardless
Not
of
one
what.
fuck.
You don't give a fuck.
Not one.
You don't
Not
give a
one.
fuck, and I'm a
Like,
nigger.
after
I've
you
got
put
it
your
all
face
done.
on my face,
I've
I
got
know
it
you're
right
not
here.
one fuck.
I've got it there.
You
I'm
got it.
telling
You
you
got it. 100%.
to leave.
I
We're
just-
waiting.
not one fuck.
We're waiting. Good.
No.
Hot click for you.
Like, you don't have
You
to
are
put your-
a
I'm
very,
doing it. Like, are you
very tough
kissing me,
guy.
my nigga?
Your disrespect
You're putting
is
your face on another
mistaken.
man like you kissing
You're
him.
a mistake.
Okay, so let me take a look at something. Okay, can security can security take can school security security use force? Use deadly force. Campus security officers are authorized to use deadly force to protect themselves or others from what is objectively and reasonably believed to be an imminent threat of death or serious bodily harm. Okay, but I'm not talking about like deadly force. I'm using force. Okay. Drag a student out of class. What will school security do if you get caught skipping? No. Are students protected by the First Amendment? Do school officials have the right to limit freedom of expression? What is this? I'm not asking for expressions. Is that really what like this question entails or results in? Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter.
What are you doing with yourself?
I don't know. Can someone in the comment section tell me like if like security, if like a student refuses to leave a classroom, can security use force or use some sort of method to get him out without actually having to like tackle him or whatever the case is? I know that whenever there's a school fight, securities like do tackle some of the students so they can stop the threat. But I don't know if like the student is just standing there and not being a threat at all. Like, how do you remove somebody out of the classroom, you know?
You're a grown-ass man. You don't have to put your face on my face. What the fuck are you doing? You don't do that to somebody else's kid. Are you gonna kiss the nigga? The fuck is wrong with you?
Nick, I don't know.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's right. What's happening? Listen. You are the fake tough guy.
I'm the fake tough guy.
You're the fake. Play with that phone. Don't listen to anybody. And be the phony tough guy that you think you are.
Okay, I was just about to skip it because I was like, all right, I'm getting bored, man. When's the next video?
Mr. Frisbee, get out of here now. Get out. Get out now.
This is what teachers have to deal with all the time. I know that like a lot of people like to like talk about like, oh, the poor students, but I mean, whoever asks about the teacher, bro? I want you to consider the teacher sometimes too, because I've seen a couple of things from students that will just leave you in awe. I'm not kidding when I tell you that there's students out there that would just... Let me tell you a story real quick, okay? It's gonna be short, promise you, 10 seconds. I seen a video of a high school I used to go to. And this teacher was always so chill. When I had him, he was very chill. There was really no reason why to pick on him. He will always have like this sense of humor. He used to tell people that he was a 200-year-old vampire. People took it literally. Come on, man. You know he's joking. Like who says that they're a vampire? Like really, like nobody says that they're a vampire and they're 200 years old or whatever the case is. This same teacher, before he switched to the school that I was at, he used to go to another high school, which I also went to for summer school. And in that high school, I bullshit you not, bro, there was this girl who got a textbook, a heavy textbook, and we're talking about like math size, a math textbook. You know how those math textbooks are, both the science and the math textbooks, heavy. She ended up throwing it to this teacher's back hard. Imagine if one of the corners hit the teacher's back. What do you think would have happened? Would have injured him if he hit him in the right spot. Greatly. But to think that somebody's throwing you a heavy textbook, heavy ass textbook like that. This is stuff that teachers have to deal with. But sometimes there are people like this kid who's gonna bring in stupid asinine acts of behavior into a classroom, and then they're gonna act them out, and then like they're gonna try to humiliate the teacher. Listen, let me tell you guys something, okay? When you guys do this to the teacher, you guys make them look weak, and all of the other students, because they see that weakness, they tend to start attacking, like, I don't want to say animals because they're not animals, but they get crazy with it. They start to punk them. You don't want to do that, man. Don't try to make your teachers look weak.
Thank you for your time. Here's your So we're going to take these points that we have and move them 2 to the right and 1 down. And then we'll be able to draw our new curve. And along with that, our asymptote, instead of being close to the
Imagine if like the teacher like paid him. He's like, okay, what I want you to do is like I'm gonna be teaching class and you're gonna be coming in and you're gonna be playing the trumpet, okay? Nah, I doubt it. That's like 400 IQ chess move right there. No way. I don't even know why I said that.
Never come back in this class again.
Ridiculous. Grow up, Rhonda. Yeah, please come. You're fucking ridiculous.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said you're fucking F-U-C-K-I-N-G ridiculous. My name's fuck you and your bullshit.
All right, what happened here?
M-A-M-A-T-T space Y-A-T-E-S.
He spelled that without like listening to a sentence. This guy's a god.
I want to go for the record to say we could all be home right now, but Rhonda had to stop the bus because I sat with another student.
Okay, bro, but don't you guys have designated seats though?
For the record, just by the way, we could all be home.
He's trying to flip it as like the bus driver's the one at fault. Bro, like, I mean, they have to discipline you in some way. But at the same time, I mean, I would have just like, come on, I said it again. That's another point off deducted, man. I think the best course of action would have just like report this to like the security and just like keep an eye on this kid or something.
But
Yes,
me...
Mr. Yates, we all could be home right now if you had moved down there.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Look at this. You want me to believe you, bro, but yet you're like talking back to the teacher like this or to like a bus driver? Come on, man. You're literally losing points in front of me. Like, come on.
I am sick of your shit. It has been constant since I've been on this bus. You have targeted me for the stupidest shit.
Have you ever even thought about asking the bus driver if you could just like move back? I don't know, man. Like, these are questions that I have, you know?
I'm sitting with a student, no problem at all. All these other students sitting with students, you don't have a problem with that. But when I sit with another student, you immediately tell us we can't sit together. You want to explain why? No reason.
No reason.
No reason at all. There's no reason why I can't sit with her. And you can't give one, and you know it. This is a bucket filling my bucket with bullshit, boss.
All right, to the guy, man, to be fair, you're not exactly being that respectful to the teacher either, bro. So I don't think that she should like further engage with you, but that's just me.
Because you're filling us with shit. How about you tell the PA how much bullshit you're filling us with?
No lie though, like at the same time, there are teachers out there that just like have it out for you. I had this one teacher who was intentionally trying to fail me back in college when I was in college, and he was acting like a straight bully to me, and like the entire time I didn't realize why. And he even came to me with like a slip talking about that if I want to drop the class, like, here, if you continue to act this way, I'm gonna have to advise you to drop the class. I'm just doing my work.
I mean, your job is to simply get in a bus and drive us home. But instead you make it difficult by complaining about everything. Everything. All the other bus drivers
Young
we've had...
man, nobody else on this bus needs to be tormented by your language or what
No
you're
one's
doing.
being tormented on this bus besides you, because you have a problem with everything. No other bus driver has cared.
Apologize to everyone else.
How about you apologize for being a bitch?
Yo, yeah, no,
Take
like,
fucking stupid design jacket and go fucking drive a bus to a juvenile detention center.
All right, bro. Like now, I gotta know what happened between these two, man. Like this does not look like something that's just like happened like in one day. It seems like it was building up. The last clip was a student yelling at a teacher, but it was hilarious. All right, guys. So yeah, I mean, what did we learn? Don't disrespect your teachers. Try to work with them. Ask them nicely. If they're not complying, then I highly suggest maybe calling in security. And the same goes for the students as well. If your teacher's acting up, I suggest all of you guys coordinate to, I don't know, bring this to the school system, to the directors, the administrators. One time we did have a teacher. Oh man, this one's mind-blowing. I don't even know if this happened, but like there was this teacher, right? I'm not gonna say her name because I don't know, like I don't want her to haunt me, but like I thought she was a cool teacher. I mean, yeah, she had like an attitude. She had a really strong attitude. But here's the deal though. This teacher was being accused of hitting a student. And all of these students collaborated together to bring this teacher down. Essentially what they did was they ended up taking this complaint over to the administrators. And the administrators, obviously because you have so many students complaining about this issue, I mean, who are you going to believe? One person or multiple witnesses, multiple people? Now, obviously, a witness is not exactly the most reliable source of information, but when you have so many people telling a similar story and being quite consistent with it, it's very difficult to argue against that. So, because all of them made this complaint, the administrators have no choice but to let this teacher go. And I remember that she was replaced with another teacher, right? And luckily, I was in a class where she came back because she left her belongings there. It was the last time anybody has ever seen her. This was back in 7th grade. This is the last time anybody's ever seen her, and I got to see her for the last time. She came in there, she got her water bottles, poured them all out. She got all of her belongings, put them all in her bag, and I remember just watching her leave. And she said, "All right, goodbye, y'all. I just want to say I never hit a student. I don't know how this could have happened, but just know that I had my best intentions for you." To this day, I don't even know if she hit a teacher. I think I was a part of that class that supposedly she hit that teacher. I don't remember though, man. And yeah, this rumor was going around, and everybody started complaining about her. It sucked because if you really think about it, man, this teacher probably couldn't even apply to other jobs because she had that as a reputation. I was a little insecure kid. I didn't know what it meant to stand up for yourself. I didn't know what any of this stuff meant. But think about it, bro. Like, we don't even know if this happened, and yet we want to go tell people, like the teacher, the administrators, that this happened. It blows my mind. So if you don't think that your voice matters, yes, it does, man. When you guys have a collective amount of people that go up to an administrator and you guys all say it in unison, or you guys tell a consistent story, it's effective, man. Your voice matters. So just be careful with the way you guys like use your voice, because the tongue is a mighty powerful weapon. Yeah, just kind of want to leave you guys with that. So it's pretty insane to think about.